HeyitsCarlyRae here, and welcome to my Hey It's Carly Rae book club on YouTube. Today I'm super excited because it is an author interview day on my channel. But before I reveal which amazing author I will be interviewing, you guys need to hit the subscribe button and then hit the bell to be alerted of all the new videos on my channel. So without further ado, the author that I will be reviewing is Darin Strauss. Darin Strauss is the author of The Queen of Tuesday. Here's a close-up of his new book that is out. You guys can get your copy today. Now, without further ado, let's go meet Darin.
I'm Darin Strauss. I've written a bunch of books. My first book was called Chang and Ang. My second was called Darilla McCoy. My third was called More Than It Hurts You. My last one was a memoir called Half a Life that won the National Book Critics Circle Award. I wrote a comic book called Olivia Twist, and most recently my new book, The Queen of Tuesday, which is just out.
And don't forget, like he said, you guys can get your copy of The Queen of Tuesday now. So before we dive into all the amazing questions, I wanted to let everyone know that I went through all the messages that you guys sent me on my Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And I could only pick so many, but I'm super excited for all of the amazing questions that you guys asked. I thought they were amazing, and I cannot wait to hear Darin answer them. Now, I will say, yes, this is an I Love Lucy shirt that I got exclusively for this interview, and I'm so excited. So let's dive into today's Q&A with Darin. Okay, so the first question came from Annie from the Write Review, who I want to give a shout out to because she allowed me to do this amazing interview with Darin. And her question to you, Darin, is why did you choose Tuesday when I Love Lucy was on a Monday night?
My book is called The Queen of Tuesday. It's about my grandfather and his true story, Lucille Ball and her famous true story, and their passionate affair, which I imagine. And I call the book The Queen of Tuesday, even though Lucille's show was on Monday night, because I wanted to show that it's fiction, so I moved the night. Also because Mondays suck and no one wants to read a book about Mondays. So yeah, it's a novel, and but it's based on true things.
I agree, Tuesdays are better than Mondays, and thank you, Annie, for that question, because I was wondering the same thing when I read the title of this book, but I can see why, Darin, you chose Tuesday instead of Monday. Now, your next question comes from Tyler from Instagram. He wants to know, was The Queen of Tuesday actually your first novel you ever wrote?
No, actually, because the book was so complicated, as I mentioned, it's memoir, it's biography, it's novel, it's all these things, and so I didn't feel like I had the skill to write it before. I wrote novels, I wrote memoir. I won a National Book Critics Circle Award for nonfiction. I've written a bunch of novels, and only now do I feel like I'm a good enough writer to try to pull this off.
Yeah, I can definitely see that in this book. The Queen of Tuesday does have a lot of mixed genres in it, but I think you did an amazing job, and if waiting is what produced this amazing novel, I'm so glad you did, because like I said, I'm a huge fan of this book. Now, the next question is one that I actually have. I'm curious about how did you create My Lucille, as you put it in, instead of an afterword of your novel? Is she based on other characters that you love from other novels, or a celebrity that you really like?
This is a good question. How did I create My Lucille when there's a real one? You know, she's such an awesome woman. She was so famous that when her show was on the air, the water tables would go down in cities because every commercial break, everyone would go to the bathroom at the same time, and they could track the reservoirs. So I'm not going to be able to add to that. And she's also an incredible mogul. She was the first female movie executive, had the first famous interracial marriage on television. So there's that. And how do you make someone like that human? So I tried to add a little bit of myself. So I guess all the flaws that I found in her come from me. So I tried to humanize someone like her while keeping what was awesome about her. Hopefully, I succeeded. I think she's really likable, but relatable. We'll see. Maybe you'll disagree. I hope you like her though.
I definitely enjoyed reading about your version of Lucille. I thought she had a great personality, and I really enjoyed her dialogue. So personally, I think you did an amazing job writing her as a character, and I am a fan. Your next question comes from Anna from Twitter. She wants to know, how long did it take you to write your first draft of The Queen of Tuesday?
How long did it take me to write this book? A long time. In the past, I've written books between 1.5 years and 3 years. This was over 5. I think because I was writing about my grandfather, that was hard. I was writing about Lucille, and I wanted to make her new, and I really wanted to get it right, and I was trying all these new kind of things. So I think it's my best book, but it was a killer. It took me a long time. Hopefully it's fun still, so you don't see all that work. I think it is a very entertaining book, but it kicked my ass, this book. It really did.
And I'm sure you had to have a ton of patience writing this book for it taking that long. But again, I definitely think all of your hard work paid off in this novel. Your next question comes from Luke from Instagram. He wants to know, what was your favorite chapter in this novel?
My favorite chapter of the book is the first chapter, because I worked on it the hardest, but it's just a cool real life event. So Trump's father was going to destroy this beautiful old landmark, and this is true. And so in order to blunt criticism, he had a party where he invited celebrities and real estate people, and at the stroke of midnight they threw a brick through this glass building, destroying this historic, beautiful thing, which I thought had a lot of metaphoric resonance, I guess, with what's happening today. And at that party, my grandfather met Lucille Ball in real life, and so that's the beginning of the book, and it's romance and glamour and politics, and it took me a long time to write, and I'm really proud of it.
Yeah, the first chapter was one of my favorites too. I love how you interwove the romance with the politics and everything like that. I thought it was well done, and I really enjoyed it, and that's what gave me the initial hook to keep reading this novel. Now, your next question I'm curious about too. It comes from Annabelle from Facebook. She wrote in and wanted to know, what was it like getting an agent? Was it like how you described in your book? Did you walk into the literary agent's office? Tell us more about that.
How did I get an agent? I didn't get an agent like I wrote about in the book. I actually was just lucky. I was 24. I had a friend who said, I want to be an agent, and I said, I want to be a writer. And we hooked up that way. But there's a lesson there, because just because it was easy doesn't mean it's right. So he was not a great agent. He actually quit the business, became a great writer, but don't take just what's given to you. Try for your dream agent. Find someone who represents someone you like and go after that person. It's like romance. Don't just settle.
I think that's great advice. Right now, I am actually in the process of courting agents. So, yeah, that really helps. And I do believe in going after your dream agent. And I do believe that it just does take patience and not giving up. So that's something to always remember as well. Now, your next question comes from Hannah from Twitter. She wrote in and she wanted to know, if this book got turned into a movie, who would you cast to play as Lucille and Isidore? I'm also curious about this one. I want to know who you would want to play in the movie as well.
I mean, it's such a hard question because Lucille is Lucille, right? But there's so many great actresses. I think, Emma Stone would be great, or Amy Adams would be great. For my grandfather, it's hard. I don't see anyone but my grandfather either. But I don't know. I mean, there's so many good people. Clooney would be good. Maybe a little old now. Sorry, George. Matt Damon would be so perfect. I mean, such a dream thing, right? I don't know. I'd like to play my grandfather.
Yeah, I think that's a hard question, but yes, I could see Amy Adams, and yep, we could get you in there playing your grandfather in this movie. Your next question comes from Sarah. She is from Instagram, and she wanted to know, what do you want readers and writers to take away from The Queen of Tuesday?
I mean, George Saunders says any message you want to impart depends first on it being enjoyable, and I agree with that. So I first want people to have had a good time reading it. I think it's a fun, moving, sad but funny and intense and romantic book. Hopefully, a great ride. But I want people to realize how cool she was, like Lucille. I mean, um, people know she was famous, like I said, but how many people remember that she was the first woman to be pregnant on TV, that she invented reruns, that she was the first famous interracial marriage on TV. I mean, she was just a cool person. The only reason we have Star Trek, which changed the world, is because she took a chance on it and was the executive who said, yeah, let's make that into a show. So I want people to have a good time, A, and B, to realize she's the coolest person there is. So yeah, Lucille Ball all the way. I'm Team Lucy.
I actually did not know Lucille Ball was behind Star Trek, so that's an amazing fun fact. I will say, though, reading The Queen of Tuesday had me going back and reading more about her, and I did learn a lot, and I do think The Queen of Tuesday, a lot of people will go back and remember I love Lucy. Now, where can we find you on social media, and share with us something readers don't know about you?
On social media, you can find me at my name, Darin Strauss, DarinStrauss, at Hotmail. I'm sorry, Hotmail, at Twitter, or at Darin Strauss. And Facebook, too, just my name, Darin Strauss, at Facebook. And what is something people don't know about me? I was a very serious guitar player. I had to decide the very last minute, would I try, well, law school, yeah. But would I try, once I decided I wasn't going to be a lawyer, did I want to do writing or music? And I had to make that decision. I'm a serious blues guitar player. In my dreams, I'm B.B. King. You can see the resemblance probably. He's sort of my hero. Yeah, I was going to put an album out with this, like try to have music, but it didn't work out. But that's it, yeah. The blues. Long Island Blues Man.
Okay, you heard Darin. Go to his social media and follow him now. Thank you so much for joining me, Darin, on my Hey, It's Carly Rae book club on YouTube. Is there any final things you want to say? Anything else you want to add to today's interview?
Is there a last thing I want to add? I guess the message, I mean, I don't believe that novels have messages really, but I guess I want people to come away understanding the importance of resilience. I mean, Lucille Ball failed over and over and over, and she, by her own admission, wasn't the most talented in any area, but she just worked at it and worked at it and worked at it, and that's the hope of this story. You know, you can get what you want if you try really hard. Thank you, guys. I hope you like the book. Reach out to me on social media at Darin Strauss at Twitter. That's it. Hope you enjoy the book and take care. Have a good day, week, whatever it is. Thanks.
So that concludes today's amazing interview with the best-selling author Darin Strauss. Now, to learn more, you guys can go to HeyitsCarlyRae.com and read my full review of The Queen of Tuesday. And you guys can see more by going on my social media. Now, if you guys do not follow me, you guys can go to Instagram at HeyitsCarlyRae and give me a follow there. You guys can also go to Twitter, HeyitsCarlyRae1. If you guys have a Tumblr, you guys can go to HeyitsCarlyRae. And if you guys have a Pinterest, you guys can go to Hey, It's Carly Rae. And then finally, if you guys are on Facebook, you can go to Hey, It's Carly Rae. And I also have a Hey, It's Carly Rae book club you guys can go and join. I hope you guys enjoyed today's interview of Darin Strauss, the author of The Queen of Tuesday, and it is, of course, about I Love Lucy, Lucille Ball. This is a novel you guys definitely want to check out. Be sure to comment anything you guys have to say about this video. If you guys have any other questions, if you guys want to know more about this amazing book. Again, here is a close-up of The Queen of Tuesday. I cannot wait for you guys to get your copy and tell me more about your thoughts on this amazing novel. But more importantly, I hope you guys have an amazing day and you enjoyed today's interview with Darin as much as I did. Hope you guys have an awesome day!